As the UK marks 5 years since officially leaving the European Union, the lasting impact of Brexit continues to unfold, shaping the nation's economy, politics, and societal landscape. The decision to leave the EU, which was made after a 2016 referendum, has deeply divided the country. On January 31, 2020, the UK formally exited the EU, ending nearly 50 years of membership. Supporters of Brexit saw it as a step toward reclaiming national sovereignty, while opponents feared isolation and economic hardship. Since the departure, the economic consequences have been significant, with new trade barriers, additional costs, and delays affecting businesses that relied on easy access to the EU market. Small businesses, such as those owned by Lars Anderson and Julianne Ponen, face disruptions, with some choosing to set up operations in the EU or even pivoting to new markets outside Europe. The government has forecasted a long-term decline in trade, predicting that both exports and imports will be reduced by 15% compared to what they would have been if the UK had stayed in the EU. The country's economic productivity is also expected to be 4% lower in the long term. Despite these challenges, Brexit supporters argue that the UK has gained the ability to strike trade deals independently, such as with Australia, Canada, and New Zealand. However, experts like David Hennig point out that smaller players in the British economy have struggled to maintain their export positions, and the overall economic benefits of these new agreements have not yet fully offset the damage done to trade with the EU. One unintended consequence of Brexit is the surge in immigration, a key reason many voted to leave the EU. Contrary to expectations, the number of workers from outside the EU has increased, as the UK now grants more visas to workers from around the world, a result of changes in immigration policy post-Brexit. On the political front, public opinion has soured, with many Britons now believing Brexit was a mistake. Prime Minister Keir Starmer, who took office in 2024, has sought to reset relations with the EU, although he has ruled out rejoining the single market or customs union. Instead, he is focused on improving cooperation in areas like law enforcement, security, and making it easier for professionals to work across borders. Overall, while the UK and the EU may not be looking to fully reconcile in the near future, there is hope that gradual improvement in relations will occur, even if it remains a slow and cautious process. As political scientist Anand Menon puts it, the world is a far less forgiving place now than it was in 2016 when we voted to leave.